Wonder who's here today. You never believe who I found here. No way.
This is Embankment. This is a District Line train to Upminster. The next station is Temple.
So I was at Temple for the Strand. The Strand is where you have the High Court and you have the Court of Appeal as well. You have a lot of chambers, you have embassies, you have high commissions at Temple. Well, I saw this woman with a beautiful bag. I wasn't sure if it was a Bottega bag or it was a dupe, or it was one of those bags from Anthropology, which is a dupe as well. I bought one of these bags. I'll show you in another video. Guess what bag I bought, if it was the Bottega bag, Anthropology, or a different bag. I love central London because you just see a lot of people having different hustles. Like, there are different jobs that you can actually do in this world. Who needs a gym? Everyone always looks like they're in a hurry. Listen to me breathe so fast. I saw the paparazzi, I saw the news agents, I just knew that it was going to be a very long queue. So sometimes you will have people like Prince Harry who are coming into court, and the public are allowed to come and watch open proceedings in any event, because most of the cases that carry on in the Strand are open court cases. They are civil litigation cases, and so you would just have the queue stretch out for miles. Ended up being in the queue for about 15 minutes, and then I went into the courts. I had to go to the Thomas More building, finish there, dropping off a document and picking up something that had been left for me, and then I'm on my way to a different part of the Strand. This other part of the Strand is 24 minutes by taxi, so that's me jumping into a taxi. Well, as usual, there was traffic on the way.
Well, you can have a 15-minute kip and you might get there.
Oh, Lord. I wonder what I've been dreaming about. My eyes are peeled. I think things are moving.
Well, once I get through this first bit, you should be pretty close.
Oh, great stuff. Oh dear. Let's say 65. Yeah, I think we're here. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Thank you.
No, you've got to put the green tick or the red cross.
I think. Did it go through? Yes.
That's it. It's just requesting your card.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Yeah. The taxi man had to take some shortcuts. I always say that there are no shortcuts. Anyway, he dropped me at the back of the court, so I had to walk to the front of the court. It's quite a beautiful place. I would show you around, and there is an art gallery around. So after court, I went to the art gallery, but this is the court. So let me tell you a bit about what I went to court for. I went to court to advocate for two clients in a TOLATA dispute claim. A TOLATA is the Trust of Lands and Appointment of Trustees Act of 1996, which is a piece of legislation that allows cohabiting unmarried couples who are splitting up to resolve any disputes over property that is jointly owned. So unmarried couples can be separating, cohabiting couples who were romantically involved, or they can just be two people like a brother and a sister, or friends, or even enemies buying property. And then when the relationship breaks down, they want the courts to help them decide who gets the property or what percentage they should get. You'll never believe who I found here. Anyone in a relationship who has an interest in a property or land can apply to the court for an order concerning their interest in that land. So when a relationship fails, people would normally want to argue about who contributed what, and sadly sometimes people do not record how they have bought property. So people are in love, and so a woman says to a man, here is £70,000, use that to pay for the deposit of the property. The man pays only £10,000 towards the deposit.
I'm quite happy.
A trial will convince you. Yeah, go for it. Say, for instance, a man then starts paying for the mortgage throughout the relationship. How do you really calculate who has paid what, especially when the property has appreciated in value? So the court is then helping them to decide how this dispute should be dealt with. The issue between my clients and the other side will usually be a dispute over property ownership. It will also have to do with deciding who a beneficial owner is, because sometimes you will have the clear legal owner who owns property on paper. So the way to find out who owns the property is by looking at the deeds. We don't have those huge scrolls anymore called deeds. The deeds are now at the land registry, and for a tenner or for £3, you can find out who owns the property legally. But then what about that person who has been paying towards the renovations of the property, towards the deposit, or who has made, payments towards the decoration of the property? That person is a beneficial owner. They are not written down as owner on any paper, but they are beneficial owners. So what happens if they actually die and then their names are not on the property? That is the biggest problem that any family member would have if their family member has died as a beneficial owner and there is no clear indication or clear records. There's no prenup, there's no paper. I mean, when I mean prenup, you can't even use a prenup in relationships that are not, based on the matrimonial act, which is marriage. So it's a bit difficult. So person has put all of their money into a property and now they have died. And who brings this case? A personal representative can bring a case for a deceased person's estate. There are other parties that can also make an application, except for personal representatives of a beneficiary. A trustee in bankruptcy can bring a TOLATA claim. A judgment creditor with a charging order secured against the property can bring a TOLATA claim. A receiver can bring a TOLATA claim. TOLATA claims are used to determine, say for instance, a brother and sister or two friends buy property sold, and one party is living in the property paying for the mortgage, the other party only put money towards the deposit. It's possible that they made an agreement from the start that when the property is sold, both parties will walk away with 50-50, and it wouldn't matter that this other person who is occupying the property has been paying the mortgage. But then this person who's been paying the mortgage can turn around and say, why should I give you all of that money? At the end of the day, you have not been paying me rent. So they then come to court to decide the dispute. So the court can decide what shares each co-owner or beneficial owner is entitled to. So sometimes people are so in love and then they put all of their money in a property. They think it will be a forever home or for forever relationship. And then the other party says, no, you haven't even paid anything. And say, for instance, this beneficial owner who has been contributing money doesn't have any bank records to show they've been contributing money. What do? I've dealt with this bank in different cases, not against the bank, but, clients banking here and all of that. Well, I had no idea that the bank was here. I've never seen it before. It's the State Bank of India. Interesting. And then there's this Bank Nagara, Indonesia. So they have a lot of foreign banks here. And sometimes what one party calls payment towards a property is actually a gift. So when two people are in love, one party might be saying, "Oh, take this £20,000, use it for what you like," and then the other party puts it towards, the purchase of the house or buying doors or fixing the roof or whatever. And then this other party wakes up and says, "Oh, I've got beneficial interest because I've been giving you money towards the house." So the court has to really determine whether that's a gift or whether that is money that went towards the house. The court can also decide whether property should be sold when a creditor or a beneficiary, like a parent or grandparent, seeks to get back their financial interest in the property. So some parents actually put their children's names on property. So their children are legal owners. Say, for instance, that child, let's just say you have the best of children, but that child turns around and marries someone who then says, "Why are your parents getting this house back? Let's keep the house." They can come to the court for a TOLATA claim to decide that the parents are the real owners of the property, even though they are not named as legal owners. So TOLATA claims do not give the court the powers to vary co-ownership or to adjust the proportions that each person already owns, or to order that one party sells or transfers their share of the property to the other, or to order that one trustee should do something that they are not allowed to do under the terms of the trust that they already have, or to order that one party must purchase the interest of the other party. TOLATA claims are very different from matrimonial claims. They are usually between unmarried people, but sometimes married people use the TOLATA law. Many people come to us thinking that they want family law advice when they have a TOLATA claim, and they're very shocked to find out that the TOLATA law is not related to the Matrimonial Causes Act 1973. Another thing to look at when people are bringing TOLATA claims is that they might end up paying the cost for the other side.
And that's good. This was a sluice area. This area and a slightly smaller one that we'll see just further on. Over centuries, apparently, this area and that one down there, 100% airtight. Nothing but nothing, especially water. Because if water had got in,
You wouldn't have that much.
the wood would have rotted
Yes.
away. What you're seeing is exactly how it was built, made, built, made, built. Nothing's been altered at all or added to or changed.
Amazing.
This is genuinely as it was when they came in. Well, they came in AD 47, so give them time to build.
Yeah.
But anyway, nothing's been altered or touched.
So it was all coming into here.
Yeah, sluice area. Hence the name water.
Bye-bye, Prince Charles. Take care. Stay well. And all the best to your family. 1969. Whoa. I wasn't even born. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in my next video. You take care. Bye now.